Well, hello, Victoria. How y'all doing? Thanks so much for joining us on a Sunday night. The moon is almost full, and we are in for such a treat. Bob Wiseman and Mike Boguski. The show is called Two Pianos, No Rodeo, and as many of you might know from reading the description, Bob was the original Blue Rodeo keyboardist, and Mike is the current Blue Rodeo keyboardist. But another thing that they share in common is a very fiercely innovative and bold, brave composition style. Both of these artists are inspiring in how broad their content is, and of course, as you know from if they got the gig with Blue Rodeo, that we're also dealing with two of the best piano players in the country. So Mike is gonna kick off the show, but before we bring him up here, I just want to say very happy that the Seaside Music Festival is presenting this evening's concert. Seaside Music Festival takes place out in Sydney. We're going to be there in June, and stay tuned. We're about to announce our lineup, and we also have a Cara Luft performance. She was an original member of the Waylon Jennys, and she's going to be out in Sydney in May. So check it out, seasidemusic.ca. And also, let's have a round of applause and big thanks to everybody here at Herman's. They were very kind to let us come in here tonight because they had a matinee this afternoon. So be generous and kind with our servers. We're so happy to be here. Without further ado, please welcome to the stage Mike Boguski.
can never heal. I am defenseless against the weight of your words upon deaf ears, the screams, the tears. And will there be a communion? There's a one that never heals, almost bear the folly of the garden. It is a wound forever felt, it's pain in the price of freedom. Tell me why it can never die, the cross to bear, the burden of conceit. And who will heed the blameless deed, the cost of love and understanding? There is a wound that never heals, almost bear the folly of the garden. It is a wound forever felt, it's pain, the price of freedom. The folly of the garden. It is a wound forever felt, it's pain, the price of freedom. Thank you very much. Here's one I wrote about my former booking agent. It's called Katie. Katie thinks I can't sing. She's afraid of my words and the feelings they'll bring. This crowd don't dig, don't think, don't feel. They don't know nothing, but nothing is real. So tell me again what I'm supposed to be like. Who to vote for, what to fight. They're not looking for connection, they're just posing for likes. That's the way that it is, and you know that I'm right. How the hell did I end up in this place? They look at me like I'm from outer space. Oh, don't tell me what you think you might know. You don't know nothing, now you ruined the show. So tell me again what I'm supposed to be like. Who to vote for, what to fight. They're not looking for connection, now they're posting for likes. That's the way that it is, and you know that I'm right. I'm so sick of seeing all of your phones, 'cause it makes me feel like I'm all alone. I wanna hear your heart with mine, but it looks to me like you'd rather sip wine. So tell me again what I'm supposed to be like. Who to vote for and what to fight. They're not looking for connection, now they're trolling for fights. That's the way that it is, and you know that I'm right. Don't tell me again what you think that you know. Like I told you before, when you ruined my show. can only know once, and they take it away when you're ready to hear. I'll be singing that day. Well, Katie, don't you understand? You're just another preaching fan. Telling me what you think I should do. Well, the funny thing is, I never asked you. They're telling me that I should just bite my tongue, so I guess you're gonna have to sit through this song. But you make me feel right now, it ain't so good, so I'm gonna take a bow. Thank you. So just in case anybody doesn't know, my name is Mike Boguski. I'm the guy who's played your Save-On Center for the last 20 years. I love this beautiful town, and you look so beautiful tonight, and this is such a beautiful club, so thank you to everybody who helped put this together. I've had a bit of a rough year. My beloved mother, she passed away from a cancer battle a week before Christmas. She wasn't that old. And then Bob saved my life because we were on tour in the summer, and he looked at me, he goes, you know, you have a lot of regular birthmarks, you should really go to the doctor. And I came home and I laughed, and I said to my wife, I go, Bob said the funniest thing. He said, you know, he said, I have all these birthmarks. And then she got very stern, and she goes, no, he's right, you gotta go to the doctor. And you know, the dominoes start to fall, and then, you know, melanoma, but I ended up getting rid of it. So, yes, there was many people who saved my life, but Bob actually was the one who first said this. So let's give a round of applause to Bob for saving my life. But it's funny that once you lose your last parent is when you really start to feel old. It's my birthday tomorrow, and thank you. But yeah, that's we'll do the Beethoven in a minute. But I really am indebted to my parents for the life and music I have. And they didn't come from a musical family. They were working class, and they didn't play music, but they loved music, and they had a great record collection, and it was mostly classical, and we would go to the symphony when we could as a family. And I miss them terribly. And you know, I wrote this piece of music when I was like 15 that I'm going to play for you now, and I put the finishing touches on the intermezzo 6 months ago, so I think if my math is right, that's a 33-year work in progress. So I'd like to play for you now, and of course I want to dedicate this to my beloved parents who I know are watching from above, and to Bob for saving my actual life and my creative life, because he's the one who put this whole tour together and called it Two Pianos No Rodeo. So again, Bob Wiseman, so wise. Thank you. Well, an old broken door can still be cleansed. Its fresh coat of red paint will glisten softly under the light of dawn while its long, broken, and rusted hinges continue to moan the blues somberly and melancholically in unison with the cadence of the southern wind. And yes, the day still divides the night, but after waiting for the sun, she arises from her slumber and proceeds step by step towards her lonely, an ancient throne on high. And after casting out the last rays of sunlight with her deep penetrative scowl, she will begin to howl. Well, come on, you beats, and dance upon my floor, you cosmic seeking little boats. I got your score. Break on through past my wide open gate where once was the doors, now just a path to disgrace. Well, the next day, the old broken door continued to moan its melancholic melody on high, as it had each night and day before, but only this time written in black lipstick above the rotted tatters of its underside a note. The words barely visible under the light of the new morning sun, and it read, short years, maintain the hinges, cause we won't accept the tears. We ask that you be mindful and to always shut the gate, especially when she starts to howl. Ow! When she's looking to steal your fate. This is a new one. It's about my ongoing struggles with anger management, hypersensitivity, and I can assure you I'm tested every minute of every day. It's called Why Do I Always Fall? It doesn't take much for a man this tall to become humble and small. I guess it's a problem. And it doesn't take much for a man this sad to become raging and mad. I guess it's an issue. So tell me why. Please show me why. Almost always, oh, please tell me, 'cause I gotta know. Almost always fall for it. All I want, all I need is my acceptance fix. I'm looking for that kind of kindred hit, you know, the one that's always fleeting. Ever since I was, I don't know, maybe not that old, I understand I shouldn't be so bold, but please, sir, will you help me? Please tell me why. Please show me why. Almost always, oh, please tell me, 'cause I gotta know. Almost always fall for it. Push down that frown, put on that mask, take another sip from your poison flask. It's another day of painting. I'm always chasing rainbows, I'm thinking about you. Please, sir, don't you say that we're through. You sure you can't save me? Thank you. You've been a fantastic crowd. This has been amazing. I got one more in the tank of this tank of original songs. This is the first song I ever wrote. It's called Band Photo. You know, I just gotta say something. Every time I play this song, I screwed up. 2008 I had my first child. I played this piano in bars 'cause it's what I love to do. I used to go around with my little jar, and people would put money in it, not a lot. They used to say I'd make less than a McDonald's manager makes in a day. It's harsh, let me tell you. Not my words. I want my daughter to work at McDonald's, but she says she's too good for that. Yeah, but you know the matter at hand, the problem, the issue is that I love it, and I still do. It's a privilege and a blessing to play this piano for you right now, let me tell you, just like it always was. The matter at hand was I was really into it, so into it, in fact, I got a call from a lady named Sue. And Sue said, yeah, we heard about you. You dig the color blue? Because the other guy said he's through and we kind of need you. So what say you? So the deal looked pretty good, you see, for a guy going around town with his little jar, with his little dreams of going far. On a McDonald's management salary, until a year into the gig, the drummer says over coffee, don't you know we're going to try just a few shows with another guy. And thanks for your help, and thanks for your time. I'm sure Mom and Baby are going to be just fine. Good luck, says a singer on a bus from Lewiston. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your time. Maybe we'll see you again one day down the line. Well, that's it. End of the line. Back to the bars and the jars. So much for the dreams of going far. Until 11:30 p.m. at night, I'm sitting in a Timmy's. I'm contemplating my life. Another singer calls to say you're back in the game. You pissed off the bass player real bad, And now I gotta work hard to get you back in this band. I'm sure Mom and Baby are going to understand. I'm sure they're gonna understand. I'm sure that she's gonna understand. I gotta go back with the band. I'm sure my son's gonna understand. They need to understand. Well, I can't stay home and lend a hand. That's alright, 'cause I get to be in the band for two. That's alright, I get to be in the band for two. I'm sure they'll understand. I hope I make it in this band. I'm Mike Boguski. Thank you so much. Stick around for Bob Wiseman. Quick 15-minute break. I'm going to be back there selling merch, talking to people, making people feel good. Come and say hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Boguski. Amazing set, man. So yes, just like Mike just mentioned, both Bob and Mike have amazing solo albums, and they've got this really cool tour shirt. So check them out on the way back. We're going to take, like he said, a very short 15-minute break, and we'll come back with Bob Wiseman.
want it to sink on me. I can take a chance. It's exciting.
I'll just say welcome back. Just tell me when you're ready. Okay. All right, let's hear it one more time for Mike Boguski. Wow. Well, folks, you first heard of him in Blue Rodeo in the 1990s, but then he did something amazing. He said, I've got a song to sing. I've got a song in my heart. And he quit. He quit Blue Rodeo and he put together some of the most incredible, iconic, alternative, urban sophisticate, you might say, avant-garde, and heart-touching, heartwarming albums. He was an inspiration to me back all those years ago. And it's an honor and a joy for the Seaside Music Festival and myself personally to introduce to you all Bob Wiseman.
Thank you. Life is hard. Life ain't nice. Good luck with a career in music. Roll the dice. School bus driver for kids in their jammies. Should be winning a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. Me and Jimi Hendrix feel the same about Ellen McElwain. Before Beyonce, before the Pixies, she found her calling in the 1960s. Sermons about open tuning fitness, plays the slide guitar like none of your business. I hope this song helps you remember her name, Ellen McElwain. I thought the shika 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 was like somebody getting into the music. Heard about her in the 80s. I wondered what's so special about this lady. I made no effort to inspect. Now all I got is the check. Thank you so much for laughing at that. Hardly ever happens, and it's my favorite line in the night. I'm ashamed. I missed that train. Ellen McElway. The sky's not blue, it's indigo. That's not a tree, it's a willow. I'm not sad, I'm deep. I don't cry, I weep. I want the whole bottle, not just a shot. I don't want a little, I want a lot. Don't want rain, I want a downpour. I don't want less, I want more stars, more sun, more truth, more love, more kisses, more spring, just one more of everything. I don't want evening, I want midnight. I don't wanna argue, I wanna fight. Don't show me the outside of your heart, I wanna see the core. Don't want less, I want more stars, more sun, more truth, more love, more kisses, more spring, just one more of everything. Thank you. That was written by an Ottawa songwriter named Lynn Miles. And I heard her play at that a year ago in Toronto. And I thought, okay, I quit. There's this podcast I like that's critical of like the Canadian media scape called Canada Land, and it's run by a guy named Jesse Brown. And there was this interview 5 years ago that you could still hear with Catherine Borel. It's a super interesting interview because she basically was, like during the Gian Gomesci trial, the woman he hired sort of made mincemeat out of the women that accused Gian Gomesci of sexual assault. And he basically kind of almost walked away from the whole thing. except for Catherine Burrell, because she was the person who first complained about him, not because she had a relationship with him. She worked with him at Q, and she complained about him sexually harassing her. And in this interview, it was really interesting because she told Jesse Brown how her lawyer called her because they wanted to offer her money to go away because it would be too difficult to deal with her in court because she had witnesses and because she wasn't lovers with him. And so when her lawyer called her and told her they wanted to give her money, she had like this instant answer, and I found the answer kind of totally astonishing when I was listening to the interview. She said to her lawyer, "Nothing less than $1 billion in chemical castration." And I thought, well, there's a song. Thought he was an outlaw who never would be caught. When he took a selfie, puckered his lips lots, craved the spotlight, now got his wish. All of Canada is waiting to hear his lover's dish. Marie was an expert at transposing facts. For enough money, she'd convince you saints were rats, said Christy Blatchford. Can I suck your toes? I'm so impressed how you turn witnesses into mofos. The last one standing knew what she was in for. By this time, the narrative was accusers are whores. Someone at the racetrack said these are the odds. 1,000 to 1, they destroy her in court, and then she loses her job. But she said, not for nothing less, not for nothing less than $1 billion and chemical castration. Thank you. I have a book that I put out, and I'd like to read you some of it. Sorry, I should have done it this way. I have a book that I put out, and I'd like to read you some excerpts from it. It's about like being me. It's about being a musician, being an artist in Canada. It's about the various different hats you wear. I teach in Toronto, and I'm finishing a PhD in music right now in improvisation. And I tour, and I put out records, and you just do whatever you can to get by. And I wrote this book about kind of the different echoes or parallels between the things I do that relate to music and how they are the same as just any ordinary event in life in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I was trying to do with these stories of these little bits. So I'd like to read you 3 or 4 of them. This is called Harvey Frohill. Oh, I know why this feels weird. On the ferry to Salt Spring Island, with the gulls screaming like unpaid interns and the rain politely refusing to stop, Harvey Frohill sat in the galley with a soy latte and folder stuffed with unsigned contracts. His business card read, Harvey Frohill, talent architect. He liked that title. It sounded expensive and cryptic. He was headed to the Gulf Island Folk Retreat, a gathering of singer-songwriters, loop pedal philosophers, and unshaven mystics who could make a crowd cry with one open D. Harvey had no interest in tears. He wanted marketable acts, hooks, choruses, Spotify sincerity. At the retreat, he scouted the usual suspects, the barefoot cellist who played Billie Eilish backwards, the duo of sisters who harmonized while weaving on stage, the guy who wore a harmonica harness made from an old bicycle tire. He pulled each aside and said some version of, you have the soul, let me handle the strategy. And as always, they nodded, unsure whether they had just been helped or pickpocketed. And then he heard Bonnie Mirabeau. She sat alone at the edge of the dock at dawn, playing a dulcimer that looked homemade. Perhaps it was once a drawer in someone's kitchen. Her song wandered like fog. No chorus, no refrain. No one clapped. Harvey approached. Stunning, he said. But if I'm honest, it could use a stronger structure. Verse, chorus, bridge, something to catch the ear. Bonnie looked up and back at the lake. Some songs are meant to catch the tide instead. Harvey smiled thinly. There's a market for authenticity, you know. Yes, she said. Good luck. Of course he didn't sign her. There was nothing there, no branding, no hook, no narrative arc. But a year later, back in Vancouver, he walked into Café du Soleil and froze. Bonnie's voice was playing on the speakers, unlisted, untagged, just found sound from an anonymous field recording someone had posted. Customers were not looking at their phones. They were listening. It had gone viral in the quiet way things sometimes do, not with fire, but roots. Harvey stood there, latte in hand, wondering why it felt like the song had been written for everyone but him. Thank you very much. This is called This is called 30. A percussion student asked his teacher how long it would take before he reached the same level of competency as was the teacher's playing. The teacher replied, 15 years. The student said that wouldn't do. He was in a hurry. So, said the impatient young man, if I studied hard all the time and memorized every instruction and practiced every morning, noon and night, then how long would it take? The teacher thought for a little bit, then said, 30 years. This next one is called Trevor. Last year, there was a young man in the songwriting class that didn't know what to do with the journal request. I had asked the students to keep daily journals with which to help them become better songwriters. Keeping a diary nurtures a songwriter. Trevor said he doesn't have anything to write about. He gave me a look, the kind of look you reserve for a GPS that calmly guides you straight into a lake. So I said, please try to write about the fact that you have nothing to write about. He did not like that response. At the end of the year, he showed me his work. One of his songs was about waiting for the bus and hating Toronto. Another was about meeting Veronica, who loved Toronto, and taking the bus to the ferry to the Toronto Islands, and about the fact that all this made him change his feelings. Another song was about a soccer team that didn't believe in itself. Another song was about a woman who he wished would notice him but never did, and telling himself later that that was okay. At the end of the course, he still thought all he did was write about nothing. Perhaps down the road, he will understand why I issued him an A+. Thank you. And this last one, it's called Nanton. Sitting in a coffee shop with many seniors in Nanton, Alberta, one afternoon while touring that area, and a Chris Isaak song came over the little restaurant speakers. The clientele started to argue about which Blue Rodeo song this is. At a certain point, I couldn't take it any longer, and I piped in, "It's not Blue Rodeo, it's Chris Isaak." One guy with anchor tattoos and Popeye forearms looks me in the eye expressionlessly and tells me it's definitely Blue Rodeo. Imagine the ace I held up my sleeve, which if I tried to use, would only confirm to him and his pals that I am a delusional fool. My dad died about 20 years ago, but when I was studying music when I was 25 in Toronto and my dad turned 60, my mom threw him a party, and I flew back to Winnipeg, where I'm from, and was at the party. And at the end of the night, I was sitting around with him. Everyone was gone, and I was sort of cocky, and I said to him, you know, what's the big deal about being 60, or what's so special about being 60, or something like that. And he said this really fantastic thing to me that has stayed with me all my life. He said, "Well, half the people I've known have died," and he was just thinking to himself out loud in a way, you know, to my question. But it really struck me as letting me in on something that I have thought about, you know, ever since, as I've moved through life and made sure to have friends that are much younger than me all along too. And anyways, this is a song that my dad, he didn't like everything I played on the piano, but he liked this one. Thank you. Why do I have the best girl in the world? Why do I have the best girl in the world? There ain't nothing special about the way I look. I'm not too tall, never once read a book. I smell bad in the morning, and I love to sing Duke of Earl. Why do I have the best girl in the world? Why do I have the best cats on the block? Why do I have the best cats on the block? They come when I whistle and they purr in my ear. They always lick me when I scratch their rear. Nobody wonders if they're happy or not. Why do I have the best cats on the block? Why do I get the best parking spots? Why do I get the best parking spots? It's like a fluke of nature, like a solar eclipse. It's like the mystical feeling when I kiss her lips. About this forever, I have thought, but I don't have an answer for my primo parking spot. Fluke, 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 fluke of world, fluke, 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 fluke of world, fluke, fluke, fluke of world, fluke, fluke, fluke of world, fluke, 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 fluke. Thank you very much. What did I have planned to do there? Right. Okay. My mom is very old. She's 96, and she's and I'm gonna see her soon in this tour in a couple weeks. And she has a lot of problems with being 96. She has all her faculties, but she has a lot of parts of her body that are not working. And she's lost her vision. And she was a painter. And it was really fun to have a mother. Sorry, shouldn't put it in the past tense. It's really fun that my mom, used to be a painter. And my mom has 4 sons. I'm the youngest of them. And all my brothers and I, by the time we were 18, 17, 18, 19, had a major girlfriend that my mom fell in love with, and my dad, and thought that we're going to become their daughters-in-law. And they were so excited about that. And each of those women were broken up with, because my brothers and I are all bastards. And I'm the last one, and so my girlfriend at the time, Maureen, when we broke up, she started making a painting, and I could tell it was a painting of Maureen. And I said to her, "What are you calling that one?" And she said, "It's called All the Girls That Said Goodbye." It just killed me. Maureen always had such a hold on me, I thought of moving to Vancouver. In fact, one time she called me on the telephone, invited me to hang with her alone. I dropped everything and went. I was so surprised. When I got there, all she did was talk about her boyfriend. But I kind of didn't care because of her hair. Why didn't you tell me you had a boyfriend? I might not have spent all that money flying here. We were 5 years old when I opened the door and her dog ran outside, never to be seen more. I was the one that brought her bad luck, and they moved away, and of her I forgot. On Town Island we met again, 18 years old, with each of her smiles I knew there was no use for gold. I could make her laugh till she lost her breath and begged me to stop before death inevitably would result. So I stopped and I kissed her mouth, and I thought about the comets that come once a century, 'cause this woman was too beautiful to make love with me. Maureen and I climbed fire escape steps to have rooftop sunsets. Promise you'll never forget Sissy Houston and Herbie Mann singing Cajun Moon by J.J. Cale while I held your hand. On the Trans-Canada, on an icy drive, I woke to her screaming. We almost died, the Honda spun round. I yelled brake, and we hit a snowbank just before a lake. She loved me without guns, without knives. She never forced any part of me to hide. But I was poisoned like so many boys. I thought my girlfriend was my toy. I played with her heart like a cat does a mouse, like dog ghost on my boots, and I stood in her house. She said, what is it? Is it me that should change? Tell me what you want. I can't play this game. Maureen almost kissed the world goodbye. I'm so grateful to the God of flukes, she's still alive. She told me don't flatter yourself. It had nothing to do with you or anybody else. After we broke up 9,000 times, we decided to call it quits. Her mother was so happy about it. She wouldn't see me no more. We were caretakers of an apartment block, and we got free rent just for shoveling the walk. I'm so glad the cats in the back lane can't talk, 'cause I know through our window they saw how we fought, took her moosewood cookbook and her teary eyes, and began her last portage without surprise. I went east, she went west. I wrote music, she wrote text. Neither one of us wrote the book of love, I guess. But when I took off her clothes, when she took off mine, we discovered other dimensions of time. Maureen, you know my mother made a painting of you waving goodbye. It's so haunting you can't look at it and not cry. It's by the front door. Maureen, what's going through your mind when you bought me that electric piano? They should have put you on medication for that. Maureen, just before I left Town Island, I drew a picture of you on the wall. One day some anthropologist is gonna wonder at it all. Gonna think it's some lost tribe's lost queen. Gonna be so right to me it seems. Thank you. So, you know, once upon a time someone said to me, "Why are your songs so short?" So that's another insight into that last song. So I'm going to just play you one last song. Thank you very much. Very nice to come here and play for you. I think I'm going to do this. Thank you very much.
Bob Wiseman! I don't know if he can hear you.
Thank you very much. And thanks the Seaside Music Festival, thanks Herman's, thanks CFUV, thanks Mike Boguski. Did you say Ellen McElwain? Yeah. What about her? Thank her? Yeah. Yeah, okay, okay, sure. I'll read you one more. But don't just read one more. Play the piano too. Yeah, I know. You don't have to freak out. I'm just going to read one song. Jeez. Victoria, it's true what they say. Like, okay. What did you say? Oh, I would love to. I have an old friend who lives there. Yeah, I'd love to meet my old friend who lives there. I've never been able to find a gig there. If you want to talk to me later, sure, I'd love to. By the way, okay, good. You can teach me the cheer later. Tomorrow we're in Duncan, and the next day we're in Port McNeill, and then the next day we're in Campbell River. The next day is Nanaimo, and then Campbell River. So if you know any people in any of those places, please tell them about our show. Okay, this is called Hello, Matt. In my dream last night, my friend Matt and his wife and his nephew were visiting Toronto from Chicago. It was awesome and lovely to have a surprise visit. When I woke up, I remembered he died 10 years ago, but the dream contained no memories of that. Just the pleasure of seeing him again and trying to figure out which restaurant we should go to. There is no convincing the occupants of a dream that they are not what they seem to be. Dreams are 100% real, and they do not even exist. The brain is only 2 or 3 pounds. The part of it from where consciousness is located is maybe a gram. When it looks in the mirror, the gram tells itself it is not a small brain, but the whole enchilada. Not just a little wizard behind the curtain using technology to convince the inhabitants of Oz it is bigger, when in fact none of it exists. While the little wizard controls the thunder sounds and strobe lights, he forgets what he is and believes in his character, that those are his powers, that he is that big. That's the goal of the improvised music states, for me anyway, arriving where I appear to be making happening something I can't truly take credit for. And yet who else is going to take the podium when the Junos issue that award for best improviser under 5'6" that freezes spotted bananas for smoothies? Whether or not I get there, it is my ambition when playing improvisations, better than drugs, and more surreal than opening a dragon fruit with its white flesh and black sesame seed-sized spots inside a pink swirly shell licked by yellow edges. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Okay, so when I was teaching, you have to, one of the interesting things about the situation of being a teacher at a university is that, is whether you can tell the truth to people. Because It's just an issue. So anyways, there was a student last winter who was not very good. She lied. She lied like a bunch of times to me. She didn't hand her work in. It was late or missed it at all. And she was part of a group project. She didn't pull her weight. It was very obvious. And she was pissed off when she got her mark, you know. And she wrote me a letter about being pissed off about it. It wasn't a horrible mark, but it was like, you know, C or C minus or something like that. And so I was thinking about trying to, I wrote what I really thought. I wasn't going to send it to her, of course, but just to get it off my chest, I just said it all. And then I asked ChatGPT to do it instead, and to make it inoffensive. And then I looked at the two, and I couldn't tell the difference. See if you can. Here's one. I value your openness and your willingness to engage with feedback. I'm sorry if my comments during the album presentation came across as harsh or made you feel uncomfortable. And here's another one. Good luck finding a world giving you a promotion for your feelings instead of your performance, you thin-skinned piece of shit. It's amazing, huh? Well, this song is about that sort of part of my life. I'm an airplane on the highway, and I feel so strange. I'm an airplane on the highway, and I'm so sick of the passing lane. I gotta know if it's true. They say there once were airplanes that in the sky flew. I'm an airplane on the highway, and I know something's wrong. I'm an airplane on the highway, and that's why I'm singing this song. I gotta know if it's true. They say there once were airplanes that in the sky flew. I'm an airplane on the highway. I'm an airplane on the highway. Yeah, I'm an airplane on the highway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sick and tired of driving. I've seen all that the highway brings. I'm so sick and tired of driving. I'm wondering why I got these wings. I gotta know if it's true. They say there once were airplanes that in the sky flew. I'm an airplane on the highway. Yeah, I'm an airplane on the highway. Yeah, I'm an airplane on the highway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Really a great joy to come here and play for you. Really awesome.
All right, let's hear it one more time for Bob Wiseman and Mike Boguski. Thank you so much for coming out and joining us on Sunday night. We hope to see you in May for Carol Luft in Sydney, and we hope to see you at the Seaside Music Festival in June. Have a great evening, y'all.